one way we're just stripping out at the moment.
Right.
So. 10. Well, we can walk down to 10 on the roof anyway.
At the top it will just stop automatically. Just be prepared. Ready? There we go.
So this is the diamond wire. Let's go, Carl.
Okay, Carl. On the 22nd of February, what happened to this one?
So Clarendon Towers, it's a concrete frame building, and during the earthquake the frames have swayed both in the north and south direction, and what that's done is it's torn the floors away from the frames, so that the damage that we're left with this building was the floors that were potentially collapse, and it's made it very restrictive access into the building.
Okay, so right now we're underway with the demolition process. Can you tell us just in general terms what that is? It's cut and crane. What does that
Sure, yeah. So we're standing here on the 17th floor at the moment. This is the top commercial office floor, and behind me you've got 2 floors of plant room. So the first step is to remove these plant rooms, typically by cut and crane, where they cut each individual section of floor out, each beam and each column, and they're going to continue that down to somewhere in the order of level 4 or level 6. It's a really complex process, as you can see with all the activity behind me. It's very labour intense, and there's a lot of safety measures has to go into the planning of this type of deconstruction.
And it's a program of how long?
We started here in January, and we aim to have the major demolition works complete by the end of the year, but it'll be likely operating as a demolition site until February.
Good. Okay, let me get... Do you want any local flavour? Do you want any guys doing the work? Hands will just be like you can't feel them.
Can we come up on the hook, please, mate? Up on the hook. Looking good, mate. Keep it coming up. Good speed. Can we come up 10 metres up on the hook, please? A little bit more.
Sort of indicate the distance, you know, that's it, yeah. And put your finger right down the hole and just, yeah, that's it, yep. Okay, pull it out, that's it. Great.
Stuck here.
Yeah.
Cover of the Department of Building, Housing, Technical Inquiry documents.
Left here, short plan. You can see where the...
You can see this was straight.
Yeah.
That we monitor each week.
Oh yes, the movement. Just trying to get a bit more appreciation.
You'll notice on pretty much every floor, it's 5, 6, 7, 8.
We're all good to go.
Right. So, Carl, what is this crack here? What's the significance of this cracking?
Well, these large floor cracks are what we found when we inspected the building soon after the earthquake, and we were very concerned that the floor was separated from the beams and we were going to have a collapse of the floors. So part of the demolition methodology for this building has been securing these floors and essentially tying them back into the beams. What we're looking at just here is 3 monitoring pins, and these pins are measured daily and after every significant earthquake that we have, or aftershock, so we can see how much the building is still moving. And one of the concerns is that these mid-height floor levels, we're at level 6, sorry, level 9 at the moment, the floors have spread out and we have a significant bulge in the structure. So it's very important that we tie all that together. Now to do that, the contractor has come up with this bracketing method, and you'll see this bracket here on my left. It's a channel section. It's been laid down on top of the floor and bolted underneath the floor units and then fixed into the beam. And that's really what's holding the floor units in place and tying it into the primary beam structure. Now the contractors have had to work through quite a detailed method to install all of this, starting at the top of the building, and they've only been able to work from the top of the floor down. So what we can see here is some holes that they've cored, and that's enabled them to get their hands down through and do up the bolts on these brackets.
What about this side?
So that's looking after the floor units. We also had concern about the beams, the gravity beams tying onto the seismic perimeter frames. And they've installed this very large steel beam section, again to connect the gravity beams into the primary seismic frames, because we're concerned that the connection was compromised. And then to tie those connections into the floor diaphragm, they've poured this continuous in situ concrete strip, and that's giving us our total floor connection into the frames.
So all this work had to be done before the work could be done in the building, so essentially you're strengthening it to work in it.
Yes, some major stabilising works. They've only just finished that in the last week on all floors. It's taken 6 months to work through that process, and it's only now that we can say that the building is fully stabilised and it's safe to access every floor, to complete the strip out, to complete the tenant item removal, and to now deconstruct it floor by floor.
So people have been working in here, but they've been specialist workers doing the work, and they've been safe.
Yeah, they have, and they've only been working from top down. So as we've stabilised one floor, it's then safe to continue working on the floor and moving our way down.
Because of this work.
Correct.
Snip it here, yeah.
These are our monitoring points.
Yeah.
And these are what we measure after each aftershock and on a daily basis. And that tells us if the floors are moving, which they shouldn't be now that we have this strengthening in place.
Here, hang on.
Okay, so that's our distance there that we're measuring.
Yep.
That's the crack that we're concerned about, and the floor is separating, moving away from the beam. And then this bracket here extends right back onto the floor and is bolted through. And to install these bolts, we've cored this hole. So to install these bolts, the only safe way to do it was from working on top of the floor. And then we moved down here, we've had to core,
The holes, yeah.
and that allows us to get in there and do up the bolts, because it simply wasn't safe enough to work from the underside.